So there's a small YouTube channel named That Angry Asian, and he recently posted a video talking about the problem with rage bait content creators. Now, as of recording this video, or as of posting this video, it's gonna be quite a little bit back then since That Angry Asian actually posted the video. But, I just wanted to talk about it and respond to like the video. And also, before we continue on, if you guys are looking for, oh, there's more YouTuber drama, massive news for the unemployed, no, that is not the case. This guy doesn't even know me probably, but it's just something that after watching his video, it was just an interesting conversation that I thought would be really nice to have. And before we also continue on, I highly encourage everyone to watch That Angry Asian. No, this is not sponsored. I've literally never talked to this guy, like, in Discord, in DMs, or like in Instagram or YouTube or email or anything like that. I never really talked to this guy at all, but I discovered his channel like a few weeks ago, maybe like a couple months ago actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I mean, overall, he's like a really funny guy, so I highly encourage you to check out his video before coming back to this video. But anyways, with that being said, the TLDR of his video, if you don't want to watch it, I understand, is basically we should stop giving these people attention, and we should stop, giving people like Ash Trevino, I think. I forgot the person's name. I don't even know this person. I've briefly seen them before while doing my research into the Bop House and while Camila hosted Ash Trevino on the podcast. And I've briefly heard of her a little bit, but I didn't really see a reason to talk about her in general. But now that someone else has made a video on it, started talking about it, and they made a pretty good video about it, like making a very informed and entertaining video at the same time, I feel like it's also time to start talking about this issue in terms of content creation. And well, this is more going to be specified towards rage bait, but it can be more generalized to all content creators in general. Well, not all. Johnny Somali is an exception. He's doing illegal stuff. Obviously, he's like an exception. But this reminds me of when I got onto the call with Steak. And there was a time during the call when he mentioned that at the end of the day, people make content because there is a demand for entertainment. People want to throw away their time in order to have fun with their lives. And, well, I mean, he didn't really say that verbatim, obviously, but it's something to that capacity. And I feel like this is something that we should talk about. So, with that being said, let's finally cut the yip yap and let's start getting to the chit chat. In terms of specifically rage bait content creators, because that's what I put into the thumbnail, that's what I'm going to really lock in on. So for rage bait content creation channels, and this is probably going to be because I'm more of like a pessimistic person, but I feel as if there's really nothing wrong, like as long as you're not doing anything illegal or immoral, and you are actually negatively impacting those people around you, as long as it's fake, then I objectively don't see a problem with it. As long as you're not encouraging it, doing X, Y, and Z, that type of stuff. If you're doing it solely for entertainment, if you're doing it to fill up the supply and demand, and you are faking the content, you are not actually harming people, I don't see a problem with rage bait content objectively. Is it cringe? Hell yeah, no one is denying that for sure. But the problem is that, and this is something that Angry Asian also brings up, is that it doesn't require much talent. And to that, I really have to say, getting into content creation is really easy. Let's be honest here. Sure, breaking in to the content creation sphere house, like breaking through their windows, it's a pretty hard task because they have bulletproof windows. But once you get through that panel, once you get through that bulletproof glass, everything is yours for the taking. You can just loot the house for all you care and just make as much profit as you want from it without really stopping, unless you diddle a little kid. But obviously, how hard is it to not diddle a little kid? It's pretty easy. Basically, what I want to say is that the bar for getting into content creation is lower than a 96-year-old geriatric ballsack. It is really, really easy to just walk over the bar and just start doing whatever you want to do. And that's the thing, but it is also pretty hard to be a rage bait content creator because you know that you want negative publicity, like as that angry Asian. I'm just gonna say Mr. Asian over here because I'm having trouble saying his name. But anyways, Mr. Asian's point here is that it takes no skill to be a rage bait content creator. And yes, I'm not saying that, it's really hard to be it. What I'm saying is that being a rage bait content creator is the equivalent of being an H bond. I'm not even joking. Like when I say this is going to be a chemistry joke, but not really. Being a rage bait content creator is the equivalent of being a dipole-dipole bond between molecules. It's not exact. It is weak. It is very weak and is very easy to break into in this scenario. It's very easy to break into, but it's also decently hard to be a content creator that solely relies on negative publicity, because number one, you have to have really thick skin. You want negativity. You will bathe in negativity when you are a negative content creator. So you're just going to have to accept that fact, and you're just going to have to take all these insults left, right, and center. Basically, everyone is going to hate you, and you have to tolerate that. That is not an easy thing to do. It's like getting bullied, but you're getting paid to get bullied. Another thing about rage bait content creators is that you have to really, really, well, I mean, if you're assuming you're not born a douchebag, you have to go out of your way to be an insufferable person. You have to say bad things about yourself. Think about it this way. It's like me going out there and saying, I am a child molester. All of you, pay attention to me. It's like if I didn't have parental affection as a child, which is not far off. But anyways, it's like if a person without parental affection wanted attention from other people, so they go out in public and say, I am a child molester, and then people give them attention. Is it good attention? No, everyone wants to beat the piss out of the child molester. But the thing is, you are still getting attention from it. And eventually, with rage bait content creators, you can make something out of that. You can get money from that. And after all, at the end of the day, the rage bait content creator is still winning because they're getting money out of it. They can make a career out of either being a bully or being the bullied. And like Mr. Asian said, it is on the people who are giving these people the attention. It's on them for giving the insufferable douchebag a platform. But this is where my personal beliefs come in. But I feel it's not that people hate the person, and I mean this unironically in this context. Hate is a really strong word in this context. What I think is that people don't hate the person, they love hating on the person. They are addicted to knowing that they don't have to degrade themselves to that level in order to get fame, get money, and stuff like that. They are happy and they are thrilled that they aren't like that person. So they make fun of them in order to feel even more superior to them, and they also feel a better high off of that, if that makes sense. It's not like a high in a sense, but it gives them like dopamine or serotonin or something like that. This is why I'm gonna fail AP Psych. Point is, people love hating on other people, and if you can look from my YouTube channel, you can tell that I love hating on people. It's something that I just really like criticizing people, and that's just something that's really hypocritical of me, but I digress. The point is, everyone likes hating on other people. And to prove my point, I know some of you are going to say, but Willie Tato, I don't like hating on people. I love people. I love spreading joy. I love shitting out rainbow Lucky Charms. Unicorns are in my backyard. Whenever I do like that type of art where I get like cutters or something, like leaf cutters or something like that, and I love shaping trees into hearts and all that other stuff. Alright, yeah, we get it. You love rainbows. You like walking over on your journey, making friends along the way to like the lucky pot of gold or whatever. But let me just give you an idea. You cannot say that to me. You have no right to say, oh, I love spreading joy, if you don't defend that one kid in school. You know what I'm talking about. That one kid who gets absolutely trashed on more than Meg in Family Guy, who just gets absolutely dogged on for every single little thing they do. If you don't defend that person, if you aren't friends with that person, and if you don't go out of your way to make sure that that type of person doesn't exist in your school because you are making friends with all those people who are quote unquote losers, you have no right to talk to me in that way. Just know that deep down, you are a hypocrite if you cannot make friends with that one kid that gets bullied constantly, like the loser kid. If you don't make friends with that person, then you can't tell me that otherwise. Like, does that make sense? And yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I mean, overall, though, like, pretty good video from Mr. Asian over there, but it's just, there's a lot more when it comes to it. Like, people love the negativity. At the end of the day, content creators simply fill, like, market, like, supply and demand. Once again, people love hating on people, and if people volunteer their lives for that, which is a really scary thing to think about, you are selling off your life basically to be a verbal punching bag to other people. Well, not verbal, more like digital punching bag to other people, if that makes sense. And they are simply just filling in the sadistic desire that a lot of people have in life. There's a few people I can actually think about right off the bat who don't really have the desire, but unless you yourself are one of those people who make friends with the loser kid, or unless you are the loser kid as well, like, I guess that's an exception. So yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I feel like I did like this, so that overall that's really about it or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I did it before, but I mean, I'll keep the other part in because, that's just something that's really interesting to think about. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you all have a good day. Some random Minecraft thing's gonna come over soon, just so that way, I can get my Spanish project done early, so that way I can get my essays and stuff like that done. So yeah, I mean, I hope you all have a good day. Stay safe out there, and bye.